Go ahead. We've got a mate down here, and he moved down here from Nebraska and he did a good job.
Well, I think you better go north and look at some land. It's best to expand it. You can buy some good, cheap farmland.
Don't need no farmland. I've had that. I've had farmland till I was sick of it.
Go in? All right.
We're on Christian Ridge. This is looking at the back view of the high school, which isn't in town yet. You can see how much extension they've built onto it. They're building a new high school south of town, about 2.5, 3 miles out. Slowly, as I'm easing down, I'm looking down the street of Christian Ridge, which Kenny Doss says now is referred to as Prospect Street. You have to live here 20 years before you remember anybody calling it Christian Ridge. Looking at the back lot, the side of Pratt's back building, and the back of it, the building that Ed Pochop used to own in Kearney, Missouri. The lot here has been turned into a giant parking lot. Whether west here you can see the old Methodist church, which is now the new Methodist church down there. The little house that used to sit here, long gone. And in the far distance you can see the all new brick City Hall down there in the park. The building where those two mean little girls were born at. Here is the main street of Kearney. Looks about the same except for new pavement, parking on the right. Bill Hunneman. Like hops are in the ship.
There's somebody.
Come on! Howdy do! Come on out and see us. Come out and see us.
Thing you have? It should be no problem. We have some movies for you to see of the Dosses.
Of the Dawes? Did you see the Dawes?
We went down to Kearney.
Did you?
Uh-huh.
The heck?
We had lunch with them.
Surprise.
Oh,
We had lunch with Lois and Kenny both.
the heck.
So that was nice.
Called her, and she said, wondered if you'd seen the ad in the paper for the air conditioner.
Well, yes, I saw it, but I'm not going to buy no new air conditioner.
They had one in Wausa for $40 yesterday. Bob went and looked at it, but then he found out we couldn't put one upstairs because the house isn't wired heavy enough. And if you put another one on, you have to put a box on.
You
What's
gotta
the
have
matter with you?
220 volts.
I think it was a 220.
Yeah.
Oh, no!
Sure, that's doing.
The door isn't shut tonight. That's one of them sneaky kind that you don't know it's going. What are you doing, Ben, sitting with the pillow up on your face?
Yeah,
Not
don't
going
do
warm?
that, no, because afterwards they want to see the pictures now.
Again.
I hear we have a new driver in the house.
Yeah, look out. Yeah, we didn't let her drive down here.
Did you see this, Amber? Sandra?
That's true.
Amber, yeah.
Where'd you get it?
His dad made it.
No, I knew you could make things out of bottles like that, but...
But you never tried it, huh?
Are you on vacation now, Robbie?
Cutting myself. Coffee? Peggy was talking to you. Huh?
Are you on vacation now?
Not really.
You know that she's taking your Facebook?
Yes, I do. Is that what that is?
How does this little devil stay up there?
I think you have to hang it
Did you say something?
upside
Yeah, I
down.
said, how does this little devil stay up there?
It's got to be screwed in.
Oh.
Al's got to get some screws for it.
In the
Hi,
bathtub.
Ed.
Oh, Gary.
How are you?
Okay.
You look great.
Well,
Never get any older.
only 80 years.
Only me.
Only 80. Only 80.
He's in the bathroom, in the bathtub. See him in
You're
there?
supposed to take your clothes off. You're gonna take a bath.
Hi, Gary.
Hey, how you doing, Dave? How you been, kid? Great. I saw an Iowa car out there, and I said, figured it must be me. I said, listen, where do you plan to Sioux City out there?
Bob Blunt. Gary Wilson.
Bob's gonna meet you.
He's Wausa.
Oh, yeah.
Side there.
I got your bath.
That's his oldest one.
Uh-huh.
It's his youngest one over there.
I said it.
Started this and I stopped it, and I started it again because I'm not for sure if I'm recording what I am seeing, because it's very foggy through the lens. This is my backyard at my folks' house in Osmond, Nebraska. Now, where would you perhaps put the pool? Or whatever. We're looking at the top of a shed here that he's built onto. That's the car that we were supposed to replace. I have no idea. So, as you can see, we're walled in on both sides. It's rather cozy. You know, I don't know what we can do. Maybe we can focus in on some of the stuff, try to identify exactly what these high value items are, but I think we lose it when we do this, so we'll have to go back out with it. This is a sad thing. This has raised a lot of turmoil in the family. My mother definitely does not like to live like this, and as you can see what problems had. With the town folks. So, needless to say, we won't show this movie back here. Fence looking up towards the house. Here's the old car. The Chevy we brought back is supposed to replace this. This should have been junk. You can see this is as far as it got. Try to wander through some of this stuff and see if anybody can identify what it is and why it's here. There's a useful little thing without a doubt. There's his garden. Won't be long before there'd be just a path through here. You see why the neighbors put the fence up. Maybe we'll go down and take a look in that garage. Sure, let's see what we got here. I don't know if we can make it in here too far. We have a path. This is looking back, and I don't know if you can identify anything in here. There must be about 500 feet of garden hose up there. It's pretty dark in here. It may not be filming, so we'll just shut it off at this point. There's a, if you can get on that, that's a homemade porta potty. There's the old farm. You can see that the trees have just about taken it all over. There's the main house up in there. You can just see the south part of it. We'll go up there and see what we can capture on film. 41 International truck. It used to be in good shape. Of course, you can see now the vandals have taken it over. Plus the box is rotted off of it. And this thing was drove in here and parked. It just sat and rotted away. There's the house in here. We'll see if we can go inside and see what the heck it looks like, and I don't know what we're going to find in there. Dining room here. We're looking through the cupboards into the kitchen area. There's a sink there, and then there's the bathroom that only had the sink. This door went upstairs, and that was the main bedroom downstairs. You're looking into the living room. Things are a little bit out of control in here right now. There's the bathroom. This used to be a combination gas and wood stove. So you could use it on gas on the right hand side. You could use wood, cobs and stuff on the left hand side. Upstairs south bedroom used to be my room. I don't think I'll go in there. Place is a disaster. Had the wooden spokes on it up towards the front. You can see it. Here's a water supply tank that the windmill used to pump water into for holding for the house use. And out there is a toilet. Cob shed in the back. What's left of all this stuff.
See a thing through this.
The heck?
I'm looking at you now, and I don't see a thing in here, and it'll record you. So it's something in this. There's a little plug in here, but it's in. That's, I thought maybe it was that, but it's not. Can't figure it out. See if this turns out of you. I'm going close up and then far away.
Little shitty kids on bicycles. I suppose they've been down, probably down swimming lessons, yeah.
Probably. This we call the Bates Hotel, otherwise known as Bob and Amber Block's home. with Beth and Robbie Block living there too. And they are doing a little painting. They're scraping and painting, which might take them a while longer to do. It's a lot of work getting up there to the top, I'm sure. And it looks like they've already done quite a bit.
Well, as you can see, we're going downstairs here into the basement. This will be a basement like no other basement that you've probably ever seen. We got quite a collection of tools, lots of things hanging around. How about pieces of wires? This is his work area we're in right here, it appears. We may not be getting the whole true picture on this stuff because of the fact that our viewing piece here is not working here with the lens, so consequently some of the pictures are off just a little bit on the focusing here. We're guessing where our picture's being, and what we're shooting at, what I'm looking at, and what we're getting, I don't know. Walking down through here, you can see we got quite a collection of everything. Look around here, we got everything from a sack full of cowboy hats. There is some Air Force life vest, empty coffee cans, some wooden table legs, scoop shovel, furnaces in there. We can spare a light for somebody. Oh my gosh, what you see here, let's see. We got a propane stove up there. We got more empty cans and boxes. It's just everything here. My. There was a duffel bag here, more empty cheese boxes, thing for what, cobbler shop thing. You got it all here. Here's an old antique, probably a 7-Up case back in there. Who knows what we got here? Anyway, going back out. Ouch. See that this is quite a collection. Make it easy through here. There's a little stove we put in here a year ago, 2 years ago. This is supposed to keep the basement dry. And we look around, we can see all kinds of things here. How about coffee cans full of nuts and bolts, buckets full of wrenches, old shoes. How about part of a chainsaw? Brushes, axes. Here's another stove. Well, as I look around, I just see all kinds of little things in here. How about a wood cross-cut saw? Might be moving a little too fast here. You get the idea what we're against, huh? Take a look at that. Pack Rat City. Well, here we are looking south, down Main. Hello, Eddie.
Yeah. I just leaves the hose and water and the mattress wriggly get around me.
We have to do it over. What we did tape didn't come out.
Okay, not right now, but later.
Okay. What's that water for?
That's for the birds to get in.
Oh, underneath it?
Yep, in the shade so it don't get so hot. Here's another one. And it also waters the grass a little. Instead of throwing it in there, I throw it in the ground. Oh, that's pretty good stream of water there.
Mm-hmm.
I got 3/4 inch pipe down in the cellar and 3/4 inch hose back there. This one's 5/8, and the faucet is 3/4 inch, so it comes out at a fairly good speed.
We're looking at the Osmond baseball diamond. It closed, I don't know when, probably 46, 48. This used to be the hot spot for the city during the baseball years. In the background, as I'm passing through it, there's a new diamond which they put in probably within the last 3 or 4 years. Circling on around out towards the cornfield, somewhere because we've lost our focus. There's a bridge out there. There used to be a road. As far as I know, when I was a kid, that road never went nowhere to the cornfield. Looking out south of town, out Highway 20, circling around, we're coming across Aunt Lily's little house and Grandma and Grandpa Waddell's little house. This is where my mother lived for many years. I'll back up, try to get this in. Hopefully it is working. Circling around further, I see a California cutie. She's here visiting, having fun in the Nebraska sun. So I'm going to walk down here now so I can get a shot at the house where I lived back in 1948. Clear in the background. Here's a little house from 1948. A little 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 room little house where me and my sister and the parents lived. On the other side of this fence, I think there's 5 city lots. My dad currently owns those, and they go all the way down to big Highway 20. Over here you see where the trucks and stuff are parked. This used to be a cafe and a garage back in those days. Now I think it's just more or less for storage and stuff. Nobody ever uses it. Country's pretty. Today's nice and cool. The temperature is great. I see somebody's messing with my equipment here. Back shot of my grandmother's house. This time we will leave this area. Riverside. Which side of that building is the Osmond? Yeah, this is Miley Park or something. North Forkdale Park. Comes Osmond.
This is the hotel where I think Sandra was born here. I'll find out later and tell you, but right now that's the hotel in Osmond. This is Main Street, looking down Main Street. And here's the sign saying Osmond Business District and Hospital.
Played the game before, Peggy.
This is Block's Bowling Alley.
Sure.
And restaurant. I keep forgetting. Dave Phelps.
Good job, Dave.
Oh, I don't know how. This could be hilarious. I'm too young for one, I know. Too young for one. The way it's looking hilarious.
You want to tell me how big Dave, come on.
She got it.
Put it on the television and you can watch it on there. And the voice and everything you can.
Wave at Troy and Trent.
Do what?
Wave at Troy and Trent.
Come on, wave at Troy and
Hi, Troy and Trent.
Trent.
Hey, we missed out on the tacos tonight.
Yeah, we want to hear you. Here's Robbie. Tell Troy what that little squat guy is.
Yeah. Just say I'm 7 foot tall and you're only 5.
Hey, Rob.
Troy and Trent, you should be here with us.
See how tall you are.
We're getting the bowling alley now after this.
No, they know how tall I am. They're not.
Hey, Rob. Robbie. Robbie. Tell him how you cooked the dinner.
Just speak right up there. They're gonna talk in California about this.
4-year-old. I ain't never seen kids. Get up there and dance for that dance. Come on now.
You like doing that? Maybe you won't push so he gets up there.
Yeah, we missed that part there.
They're gonna get it back again. All right, back.
Right there. Show her right there.
Right there. The old lady, your old bugger. Bugger in the You got a bowling ball in the country.
This has a very good zoom lens on it, Bob.
You can pick me up and go in there.
Yeah. You know, the bad thing is that... Oops, I didn't turn it off. Now why won't it shut off? It's still taking movies.
Better find some shoes.
I know, the same thing that's behind me. Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Estelle.
Oh, you want my picture? You're welcome. Big deal. I do that for a living sometimes.
Hey, Bob.
That's Dave. That's Dave over there. Dave. That's Ed over there. Putting on their dancing shoes.
I hope you're not going to film our bowling.
Get all those strikes recorded, right?
You better bowl, Peggy. Come on, Peggy, let's bowl. You're shooting at me.
Don!
You know what's going to happen, don't you? You took the picture down by the lights. It's not going to come out. This light over here. I got both lights.
Say hi to the boys.
Yeah.
I'm trying, Fred.
Hey, Robbie.
Get your ball so we can start bowling.
Sorry, Don, this is not a good shot. She was bent over there.
No, I'm just jumping away.
See you too. You got it going?
Yeah.
Does it take pictures in the... How dark can it be before it's quick?
Well, got a light sensor in there, or kind of like a light gear, I guess it adjusts for it. Since we're in the shadows, I don't know if what I've seen is what we're getting. I guess we are. Might be too dark, I don't know. Well, I see you down in there anyway. Hidden in the grapevines.
I was real good to them, and I had no more trouble with them. They went too fast, and I give them a cussing, and a little jerking up, and then the old mule took off and left the set.
That was when we was out there pounding, picking corn.
That was big devil.
Set and a half a bushel.
At my height, I had to reach way up to throw the harness on them.
Set and a half a bushel is what we got for picking corn that winter. And
That's the 3/4
and it was down, the corn was about this high, and then you had to bend down to get the nubbin. I would walk to the fields, and then, because the ground was frozen, and I was pregnant with you, I was afraid I'd lose you, bumping over the wagon, you know. So I'd walk to the field. I had overshoes on.
The old pioneers.
By the time we'd come in for noon, our shoes would be full of mud. You'd just be plodding to pull your feet up.
That's what makes us rugged and healthy.
You tell that to people nowadays, they look at you like you got a hole in your
That would
head.
be totally
Yeah.
dead.
We lived in one room out there. We had furniture stored till we sold it. We sold the furniture out there, didn't we? Yeah.
Yep.
We sold
We
what
send
furniture.
it by truck over to Wausa to sell it, and
Yeah.
after we paid the truck bill and everything, I don't know what did we have, hardly nothing left.
With the furniture.
Yeah. We had enough furniture for us.
That's when we headed south that year.
Yeah. And we bought that trailer from Nick and Gladys. We bought the trailer from Nick and Gladys, then after we moved off of Conlon's farm. We pulled it behind the implement shop there in Osmond, and we lived in that heated with the,
With a little wood, what you call a laundry stove, we cooked with and heated it. The frost was about an inch thick on the floor in the morning.
In the trailer? Oh, I can remember that. I remember snow blowing underneath the floor of that trailer.
yeah,
When
that
we
was
went-
when we was in Kansas, so you could remember that trailer then.
Wasn't that when he was on the road? You used to
Yeah,
cook in the
yeah,
front
we
of it.
We used it
Yeah,
on the road,
yeah.
yeah.
You used to cook in the very front of that thing.
Yeah,
It's there in
yeah.
that V. I don't know, you had a bottle of gas or what?
No, we had kerosene stove.
Kerosene
We
stove that you
finally
set
got
up
a-
there?
We finally got an oil burner.
We finally got an oil burner. We probably had an oil burner that he can remember.
Yeah, I think we did.
Yeah.
Because we had a cozy in there when we was down in southern Nebraska. It was 18 below zero and it was nice and warm, and I had it insulated on the bottom then already. It's rock wool, mind you, a good insulation, but it got wet from below. My golly, I'll tell you, that thing was heavy.
Oh, I'll
When I
bet.
took it out of there, the water you could squeeze under it, and I had it the
Yeah.
thickness of a tubal cord stuck in there.
What did we pay Nick and Gladys for that?
$40.
$40.
With that silver trailer?
Uh-huh.
And I rebuilt the whole damn thing,
Yeah.
undercarriage and all. And put a
We built a
different
box
ship-
on the back of it for storage.
Yeah, I remember that jutted out.
Yeah. And then we had a box built in the back, and we had it for Sandra to sleep on. You slept with us.
Yeah, I know. Okay, clear it back.
Yeah.
It did, clear it back, that thing.
Yeah.
Well, you had to do what you had to do.
You can do it, you want to do it, and of course you got to do it right, or you could have a lot of misery with it. It's not easy.
No.
You got to keep the head working.
When we was on the road, we
Yep.
would park wherever we could on the farms. We'd heat our water outside and watch on the board, you know, big deal. Go to town on Saturday nights. Take you kids. Sandra would go along and put stuff in the basket that you didn't want. You get the checkout counter, you had to put it back. God.
If you wanted more groceries. A lot of changes since then, Dave.
Sure is.
Everything.
Yeah, just look at the changes that you've seen over the years.
Yeah.
You know, look, but just think, like I was talking to Dad yesterday, how would anybody ever expect to go through a depression in this country today?
It wouldn't.
You couldn't make it. I don't know how you could do it.
The biggest cracks and
Yeah.
the turmoil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be a terrible starvation.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it was, well, I imagine the cities, they had their problems there too already in those days. Now it would be really
Well, it's worse looking in the cities right now. I tell
oh,
Peggy,
yeah.
I watched old Ted Koppel the other night on this panhandling in the cities.
Yeah.
Out there in New York, they get right out in the line of traffic. They'll wash your windshield and they want you to pay for it.
Yeah. Well,
You know,
that's just con people. The people
Yeah.
trying to con you.
That's
These
all it
son
is.
of bitches can generally get out and get a job themselves,
Yeah.
but they won't do it. That's
even women out there sitting on the street with 2 or 3 kids.
yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, you got it here. They made it too easy for people.
That's right. That's right. We got it back there. They live in nice apartments there in Norfolk. The guy don't want to get out and get a job. He'd rather sit at home and watch TV. And he's supposed to apply for 3 different places. I don't know how often for work. Well, he doesn't have the clothes to go out and apply for work. So welfare buys him a whole outfit of clothes so he can go out and apply for a job.
Well, we got guys that work and make the same amount of money we make. I make. They live in apartments and they're bitching because of the fact that the apartment used to rent for $300 if they've lived there for 25 years. Now it costs them $1,200–1,500 a month. And they've been paying this rent. They've never ever bought anything, and they just live in this apartment, and they haven't got anything.
Yeah.
Well, on the weekends, they go somewhere, they spend their money, they fly, they go here, they go there. They're always broke, and they're living from paycheck to paycheck, and that's all they have. And they haven't got a damn thing after all these years, you know.
Some of their schooling failed in their early life.
Well, I think some of these younger ones think, well, why worry? Welfare will take care of it. Yeah. And a lot of these old people give my stuff away to the kids and go on welfare. There are a lot of them doing that.
They've done it long ago in our town. They even gave a farm away, and he's on welfare, and they even come in there and clean their house for him. We got a drugstore in town. They've been feeding on whiskey on the welfare all these years, and that's good.
Is it Rod Hetner?
Well, he's one of them that's
He's one
about
of
as
them.
good as
Well,
that.
he's one.
Yeah,
I figured Rod would always do something, do a little bit of something.
well, he works, but when winter comes, he doesn't have no money, and he's got to be on welfare. And she'll get in the bar and try to borrow money from people to live on. And the little girl is half starved, and so is the little boy, and they're dirty. Like Gladys said, she couldn't figure out how come the town people didn't step in and take those kids away from them the way they do.
You know, Rod Hepner's annual guy, kind of pleasant fellow.
Yeah, Rod was always a nice person.
He's a nice
Yeah, he's
person,
pleasant
but
fellow. He's a pleasant fellow.
that
like
woman that he's got,
Well, one of them need to do some thinking.
I suppose that the woman probably can help the living at the time. Of course, she should learn to manage it himself better than him.
Yeah.
they're filthy dirty. They moved out of a trailer house, and I guess it was just Dad to burn the mattress and every darn thing else that was in there, but they didn't take care of anything. And the rugs
It's on the automatic focus.
I don't want to be in these. Your
Well,
mother
you
caught
can't-
me once,
You
and I
can't leave.
I
You gotta stay.
I didn't even see
Be
that for a
sociable.
while. Was it on?
No, thank goodness.
Somebody else saw spray that.
hot.
Where's the mild
Here's
one?
the mild.
That's mild and then red stuff.
What an exciting bunch of everybody's making the top.
Boy, we're busy just thinking about eating.
This is the only
We
time that
haven't
you
had
get everybody
anything
together.
to eat.
Troy and Trent's not here though.
Where's Troy?
It's right behind you. Behind you.
Oh, yeah. Troy is.
They're not in the movies though, are they?
Not in the movies, no.
That works good on meatballs.
I see Troy.
Act like you're making a taco, huh?
Still want peanut butter.
You want one taco?
No, I want 5.
I'll make 5, wrong way.
Did I see you smile?
Smile, you're on
You're
camera,
probably reactivate out.
kid.
Go out there and start going out there once to.
Wrong. Trent, come out here and say hi.
I thought I saw Trent.
I'm eating again.
Come on,
Come on
Trent.
out here and eat. Like me, you're not supposed to eat till we eat.
Oh, boy.
I knew you did.
Yeah, no,
The heck you don't? Don't
Grandpa's. Said the porch.
No, you sit over here.
Well, this thing is like sitting on the ground, ain't it?
Yeah. Go see her last night.
But you're supposed to
I'm
do
gonna
it.
I said I'm half the
You're
night.
supposed to
We're
eat.
going to come home, let's do it.
Come on. You.
That's all right.
Huh?
Already ate.
Oh, you already eat?
Where'd you eat at?
In the house.
We gotta get some coffee.
Wait till about 7 or so. So you got a date tonight? No?
Yeah.
Yeah. We gotta come over after a while.
Where are my boots? Not yours. Yours don't have this neat rack on the back.
Oh, she's real quiet. She's real quiet, yeah. Trying to get Trent to do something here.
Wine
You're
range today.
supposed to get up and dance.
It's pretty good.
Of course.
Just trying to be that time-like cameraman.
Depends on who's gonna see these things, is it? What you gonna do, right?
We never have these things when we have
You gotta have some beans.
Yeah,
Wine.
right.
Darling, the wine, yeah, the white thing, the sweet thing right now.
I like getting the white Cabernet. You want onions on
It's
this?
light, but it's still kind of like a heavy wine, you know.
It's got them.
Still like my farmer's.
Mild pecani, tomatoes, lots of tomatoes,
Oh,
and
Mom,
cheese.
I can't deal with this.
Should I fix it?
Yeah, you better fix it, because I'm gonna rack it. I got the onions and the meat in it. I'll sit right here. Get close up to that.
We took up the Calistoga. Get the beer up there.
Oh,
Leave it up there.
a whole lot more. You can get maybe do a pan. Do a pan, Troy.
Do you want us to sneak over so you can
No.
Oh, Trent. You taking pictures of me? What was the name of the place we went to? Seen it one
Trent, do that Pee Wee Herman dance.
Huh?
Do the Pee Wee Herman.
Yeah, I've not seen that one.
Do Pee Wee
And
Herman.
they have gin wine.
Yeah, they got
Remember how you used to do that?
to take movies there.
Yeah.
See, that would be cool.
Get close up to your face.
Let's call it first shot.
Geyser.
Oh, it doesn't get any better.
It won't turn out.
No, I can get right to there.
That's in Santa Rosa or that area, right?
We went up there once,
Ugh.
the bottle of red wine was gone.
Yeah. Over the shoulder.
As soon as we get it.
That can guy. Huh?
That's Nervo.
Ken?
I don't like red wine.
Get some of Mom's old home
I like
movie
the
shots.
Cabernet or,
Sideways?
See,
Yeah,
that's
Mom's
what that
home
reminds
movie.
me of for him. What, the red
We
wine?
went up to Napa, Kenny.
We're at
Oh,
Disneyland.
my wife got me down there, Wooden Point down or whatever you.
They have a thing there, so I thought they might be.
we went to a place for years, what was the name of that thing down Morgan Hill there, Peggy? Luke Miller's, or what the heck was it, that winery we went to?
Emil?
Emil.
Change chairs this time. It's too low.
Yeah.
Well, have Troy's. Take Troy's.
Bring that metal one over to Grandma. It's over there.
Squeeze your
Really
low.
low. There's one right there.
Here's what I can get. I was just gonna pull this one over for you.
They don't make mine.
Yeah.
They'd use after mine.
Sitting down there on the, way down like the road, I can't see.
You don't like eating down there in the floor.
Did everybody get refried beans?
Do they have to have them? They don't want them?
Anyway, we bought this
Yes.
wine for Emil for years. Just a little family-owned wine company. And all of a sudden, they got notoriety. They started selling at the pizza house, a few other places. And then the price of wine started going up. And then, I don't know what happened.
Lower that area.
Why don't you drop that curtain?
I'm going to.
Well, they just got a good wine, got a good market, away it went.
I know, but they overdone it then.
What?
But these people,
Crack?
Rust
they're
on
selling a
this.
lot more wine
Rust?
now than they
Yeah,
used
there's rust on mine.
to.
Good iron.
And they were probably got-
Good for your blood.
Drink some
Getting
food.
something out of
Drink
it.
some food. Eat.
Hear that, Trent?
To me, I like a lighter wine like this. So.
Drink wine, yeah. There's a bee buzzing by your mouth. Excited.
Now you just come this side and get them. I figure I'm tougher than the bee. The bee doesn't bother me. Fake it out. I tell you, these bees out here though, are, this is one of them. This is not a honeybee, Ed. If you see it flying around.
I seen him, he's in here, that we want some of
If he settles down, look at him close, and you'll see he's not
I'll
like
try
a
to
regular honeybee.
smack
Isn't that
him
one of
with
those
that.
killer bees, isn't it?
I think he's might be a cousin.
What do you call it, sweat bee?
No, because he does sting.
Once the killer bees get to this country, say that you're too
It's an A-rat bee.
A lot of bees.
Because I have, when I cook beef inside, and I have my screen open, that bee is at the window.
You wouldn't know what
Honeybees
there
don't
is
do that.
because your taste buds are shot already. But they're
They go out
closed.
after pollen and
Yeah.
out of flowers and
That's
stuff, but
right.
not after meat.
This doesn't taste good.
There's only one beer, and that's King of Beers. What do you think they call it King of Beers? That's
I
Budweiser.
wonder what it
Like
is.
you drinking Coors.
He's drinking Lone Brown.
Right now,
Maybe it's
That
a,
ain't bad, that
Horse
Lone Brown.
Let me tell you something.
well,
There's
it's
a
not
guy that
horsefly either,
says he lives
because
in Denver right now.
horseflies are bigger.
The best beer
Yeah,
in the world.
these are thinner and longer than horsefly.
free.
Well,
beer.
they're smaller.
He drinks it.
They're smaller.
Sell the other members.
Stockholders won't get much.
Oh,
Banker don't even get that back.
No.
this is your dad's tape. You're not going
There's
to
the
take
lawyer,
your
he
car.
went up to the-
That could be, no,
He married a hub. Along with his first marriage, she died of cancer. They had about 8 or 9 kids.
that's your dog. See, I, young one. This guy married before, this is married. I got the impression he was his first marriage for both of them, but well, this kid, you know, was really good. Because he graduated after me. Don, daughter, now wait, he might got married before I, 27. What's her name? She's married. I thought she was there. I thought Dawn was first. She was in high school a long time. Remember when now Louise last time we were back, we had 21 when she was making. Now it's years. She has to then about 22. I would say she's older. I'm not sure. Yeah, because she wanted, you know, Bill graduated after me. And I said, there again, well, yeah, Bill graduated you. All right, fine, thank you.
He's still trying to get Vicky. And Vicky's not around. Well, that's tough. We'll have to wait till this evening.
What's that for, the roof?
No, that's for some t-shirts. I'm going to try to change some sand color to light blue so we can use them with quick matting fire.
You're starting your teeth, sir.
You gotta go outside, babe, and get them when they come outside. I'll make them go out through the front door.
Oh my. Yes, when you
Oh my, here we come. Going down the steps. Christ.
Mine didn't stop at home.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
He's not going with us.
Right, yeah.
Vicky is not going with us.
You're going to the store.
Yep. Forest fire. Elevation on the hills is, I think, around 3,500 feet. As you can see through here, the smoke is already up to around 7,000 feet then. Size of the hills. Right at the top of that rooftop you can see some part of the hills over there burning. That's Mixed Canyon. They've already evacuated all the homes in there. They've asked the people to evacuate. Right now the wind is blowing away from us, so there's no danger over here in Vacaville. This thing looks pretty ominous over in there, but hopefully they don't have a wind shift and we have to start worrying about what's going to happen to us. I don't know what happens with the wind shifts. It's like a lot of dry ground between here and there, but There's not that much underbrush between us and the city, though. It's all wild oats, so I don't think there's any problems with that. Unless hot embers start blowing down on top of our dry shakes. That could be interesting.
Yeah, we really can tell, Gary, as we look at your pictures, that it has died down quite a bit as the wind has died down. If the wind continues...
I can barely hear you, but I think you're talking about that they can tell that it's died down quite a bit, and what they can tell is that when the wind dies down, it gives them a chance. It gives them a chance to get around it. And once they can get around it, it's very similar to Grass Valley. The Grass Valley fire. As soon as firefighters could get around the fire, they could get a handle on it and get it out, or at least contained.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Gary. That was Gary Kauf reporting live from near Vacaville. George.
If you live in the Bay Area,
that smoky haze blew as far away as San Francisco, some 50 miles away. Ash has been falling in heavy mists all over the East Bay. People say it's landing in their eyes, their noses, and especially in their cars. Here in the Rockridge neighborhood of Oakland, people complained about the ash. It collected virtually everywhere and made some people sick.
Well, I've had trouble breathing. Yeah, and I felt it. I have a horrible headache.
The smoke is really bothering me today because I have allergies and the smoke is compounding them, and my eyes are burning, sneezing like an idiot.
Several hospitals reported increases in the number of people with breathing problems today. Doctors say people with allergies and asthma were hit the hardest. Doctors recommend people with respiratory problems avoid any exercise or overexertion and stay inside as much as possible. Several people say the ash didn't bother them, they just couldn't figure out where it came from.
Yeah, and I couldn't find out what was going on until you told us. We were asking everybody what was happening.
It is difficult to know how long the ash will continue to fall and where. That depends on how long the fire lasts and which way the wind blows. Rob Roth for the 10 o'clock news.
and there is a wildfire burning about 25 miles east of Redding in Shasta County. Firefighters are calling the 6,000-acre blaze the Fern Fire. So far, 40 to 50 families have been evacuated from the Clover Creek Canyon area. More evacuations are expected, especially as that fire burns its way closer to the town of Whitmore. High winds continue to fan that blaze, leaving firefighters with no idea when they might be able to gain containment. Officials also say they don't know how that blaze began.
A brush fire in South San Francisco near Hillside Boulevard threatens some 50
So the thing got into town here and it's out of control right now. Standing on the roof of the old Grand Mansion here. It's got to be pretty exciting over in there right now. You can see by the trees blowing here, we got pretty good amount of wind, which is definitely not going to help them up in there. Guys are sitting down here pretty close, filling up that water bucket off these copters. Must be using a pump truck off of a fire hydrant or something here to fill this thing up. I don't really know what the heck they hold. But I do know it's getting pretty close to town. I don't think they'd want to get it into these houses up in here with this kind of breeze going. I know they don't. I wouldn't want it. Not too good up here. See that off to the left of where the fire is, it's relative, there's no wall of fire at that point or any smoke. We start right here at a 45 from our home and keep on going around, and I'm not for sure how much of that is a front or if that's just carry off smoke into the foothills. Fill the water up. They're going heading back to unload here. See if I can concentrate and follow one of these guys all the way through on this pass here. See if I can find one that's smoke up in here. Should be showing up in here somewhere. There's one right there in that smoke. There's just dropping water. Trying to cool it off in the front of the fire here. Hopefully they can get enough area there where they can get a break on it maybe. Here at our hills, down at the houses here, you can see some people in here starting to water down their roofs in anticipation of bad ideas here maybe. There's one of my neighbors over there. Looks quite busy. Instead of watering her yard, she's watering her roof. Now, he's wanted a windy area. Nice secluded area up in here. I hope it stays that way. Fire coming over the hill here. Of course, unfortunately, wind is blowing it a little bit right towards us here. So I don't know what's the next step here on this. See what happens here. One thing, there ain't no heavy foliage, it's all wild oats. So unless one of these embers catch underneath one of these shake roofs, hopefully that don't happen. Of course, it looks like about everybody that owns a house around here is up on top of their house watering the roof. Won't really do any good because it'll probably be blowing up underneath the shake where it's nice and dry anyway, so it's all going to burn. Can't really see anything through here, get anything out of this. Fire has crested that ridge. I can see with the naked eye. I may not be able to because of the smoke in here. Fire truck is coming in down here now. He wants clearance. There's some homes up here further north of us that could probably be in jeopardy. Up on the other side there, there's a they call a hidden valley. There's a bunch of homes up there right now. They're on their way to protect those homes, I think. Because there ain't nothing going to stop this, not with this wind. She's coming right on through here. And the fire's going to go the way the wind blowing, and the wind's blowing this way.
That was between Mix and Gates Canyons, where the fire is moving quickly, threatening homes on the edge of town. People living in those canyons and near those canyons have been moving out animals and furniture, even though fire officials haven't yet ordered evacuations. But as you can imagine, people are very nervous here tonight. One of the problems is that the winds have been strong and tricky, gusting first in one direction and then another, making it almost impossible for residents to know where to go and when to leave, making it difficult for fire officials to know where to deploy equipment or how to second-guess this blaze. But everybody has been doing the best he can. Airborne firefighting has been an important part of this effort. One of the helicopter pilots told us what he saw late this afternoon.
We saw it jump a couple of spots on the north end of the fire, and it looks like it's jumped right up here in the center right now.
What did it do, just crown from the trees up there, or what?
Sure, the wind's blowing probably 30 miles an hour up on top there. It just blew it over the top.
As the flames crested the ridges and moved down the canyons, terrified wildlife fled before them. Ranchers gathered up livestock and watered down pastures.
We're basically pretty prepared for this fire. You know, nobody's ever all the way prepared, but we're as prepared as you can be. So hopefully we won't have to leave.
But pretty much tonight, all along the western edge of Vacaville, homeowners watch helplessly as the flames get closer to town. So what you've got here tonight is a very different situation than what had been hoped for and anticipated. As you know, firefighters had hoped to have this fire contained by sundown, but of course, that obviously has not happened. The town of Vacaville is shrouded in heavy smoke. The smell of fire is everywhere. The winds are still high, gusting to 30 to 35 knots. And people, residents, and officials in and around the town of Vacaville are keeping a fire watch throughout the night. That's a word from here. Dennis, back to you.
Betty Ann, are there any new projections as to when that fire might be brought back under control?
No, because unless those winds become more predictable, there isn't going to be any prediction about the end of this fire. They're just going to do what they can throughout tonight. They expect to be out here fighting it the same way tomorrow.
Okay, Betty Ann, thanks a lot. Betty Ann Bruno reporting live near Vacaville. Now, as we've heard, the fire in Solano County had already destroyed homes before today's flare-up. For one homeowner, the loss was the second blow in an almost unbelievable double stroke of bad luck. For others, the sense of loss was just beginning to sink in today, as Gary Kauf reports.
In the smoky haze of an orange sun, some of the folks who live here in these rugged hills were allowed back in today to see what was left of their homes.
Hi, Dad, don't cry. Look at the place. Be happy. Look at what we got, our new place.
For Johnny Hayes and his fiancée Debbie, the scene was bittersweet. Their temporary home, a 30 by 30 shack, was destroyed. But the new home they're building, just 20 feet away, was saved, hardly even singed.
Look at the trees around here, I haven't even burnt, just the underbrush. So don't worry, that's good for us.
The couple didn't even have time to save any personal possessions, including Johnny's prize Honda off-terrain vehicle, burned to its metal frame.
We ran out of here because the fire came down so fast. The fireman and I, it was just really fast, so therefore we had to evacuate. The major plan was to try to stay here and save the structure, but the sprinkler on the roof, 3 hours before the fire was here, I did get up there and get the pipe in and get the sprinkler on the roof, and that's what probably saved my new place here.
Hayes says he has insurance, but not much. Trudy Armadent, on the other hand, has plenty of insurance, and she is going to need it. By some malevolent coincidence, she lost 2 homes to 2 different California wildfires in 1 week. The first was in the path of last week's huge blaze in Nevada County.
We had a piece of property in Penn Valley burn in the 49er fire, 10 acres. It was charbroiled.
Then yesterday, she lost her home in these hills to the Miller Canyon fire. Clearly, the worst of weeks. Meanwhile, as the fire jumped lines and continued to burn today, officials confirmed it was definitely set, saying an incendiary device was found near Miller Canyon. But so far, officials say, there are no suspects. Work crews say perhaps the most damage up here was done to the microwave repeater stations that dot these mountains. They belong to AT&T, MCI, PG&E, and Pacific Bell, and the U.S. military. $7 million worth of telecommunications equipment fried. And then there's the wildlife that used to feed in these mountains. Today, wandering, dazed, singed, and with no place to hide. In the hills above Vacaville, Gary Kauf for the 10 o'clock news.
About